Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. So Tesla is really hitting some great momentum for the full self-driving software, their Robotaxi production, their release of the Robotaxi app in 11 countries, and the test drive all over the world, blowing people's minds and turning skeptics into believers. Even in Germany's biggest automotive magazine, and in the Tesla critic news outlet Wall Street Journal, we are seeing extremely positive reviews of Tesla's full self-driving software. The tides are truly shifting, and Tesla is lining everything up to be ready for their all-at-once moment. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. So there is no holding it back anymore. We are seeing Germany's largest car magazine stunned by Tesla's full self-driving. So they were very impressed. So even the Germans' car reviewers are impressed with Tesla software. We have even had an article in the usually Tesla and Elon Musk critic Wall Street Journal with a very positive article about Tesla's full self-driving software. As Sunita wrote in her article, driving has always felt like a chore to me. The first time I let the vehicle, the Model Y, take control, something shifted. As the car guided itself through traffic, I felt tension melt away. A few days before the federal EV tax credit expired in September, I traded in my 7.5-year-old Model 3 for a Model Y with full self-driving. For someone like me, who likes to stay in control, surrender has never come easy. Yet here I was cruising through traffic in quiet surrender to the car's code and sensors. It felt like liberation, and now I have something better than a chauffeur. My car never tires, panics, or weavers. It doesn't jog at brake lights or grumble at traffic jam. It simply drives with quiet, confident, and near-perfect composure. People often worry that technology makes us lazy. Maybe it does, but in my case, it's done something subtler. It taught me to trust the rhythm of the ride. It's a small miracle I'll never expected from a car. Nice. And even the mainstream media in Italy is praising Tesla software, as Rostavi shared. Big media wake up to the full self-driving magic. Italy's TG5 just drummed a glowing review of Tesla's full self-driving, cruising Rome's chaotic street like a boss. No hands, no drama, pure autonomy. Mainstream media is finally catching on. The revolution's going viral. Spread the word. Tag a skeptic. Yes, and with the new update, the car will now let you text and drive as long as you still keep an eye on the road once in a while, as Texas Tesla wrote on X. Full self-driving 14.2.1, allowing us to text and scroll our phones, feels like unsupervised full self-driving is right around the corner. Yes, indeed. Scrolled X for over 2 minutes with no nags. So this is awesome. I know many will think this is unsafe because the driver is still responsible, but we know so many people text and drive anyway, and some Tesla owners actually take the car out of full self-driving to be able to text and drive, and then put it back in full self-driving when they are done because the system before wouldn't allow it. So yes, if all humans in the car were never distracted by their phone or finding music or screaming kids in the back, then it would probably feel a bit more unsafe to let people text and drive with this software. But I personally think this is a good thing, as the system is so good now, and it makes all the situation where people text and drive anyway much safer, and that is after all properly where most of the crashes in cities occur. But no matter what, very cool to see a glimpse into the very near future where we can truly text and drive and do whatever. And the system is getting extremely good. We are even seeing some almost sentient behaviors from Tesla's software, like this one, where Tesla's full self-driving reverses to let another car pass. This system is almost sentient. Yes, some extremely good behavior here from Tesla's system. But we also had another example of this sentient behavior, where the car backs out of a line to get into a parking garage and drives over to the other line because the car in front of them is not moving. As Tesla Rati wrote, a China-based EV influencer flew over to the United States to try out Full Self-Driving 14.1 to witness Full Self-Driving 14's human-like behavior firsthand. Honestly, backing out and moving to a next lane is very human-like. Yes, indeed. And as Ryan also shared, he found someone had never tried a Tesla before to experience full self-driving. And as he writes, surprise, surprise, she now wants a Tesla Model Y. Yes, we are seeing people's mind being blown all over the US, Australia, New Zealand, and in Europe with all the test drives, and so many places around the world. So this is something we are seeing in every market that Tesla released full self-driving supervised. People's mind are blown, and even the skeptics are convinced. But I will get back to that in a second. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the news that Tesla has quietly made the Robotaxi app available in 11 more countries. So, as Sawyer reported, the Tesla Robotaxi app is now available for all iOS users to download in the following countries and regions: Japan, Thailand, Hong Kong, South Korea, Australia, Taiwan, Macau, New Zealand, Mexico, the US, and Canada. So basically all places they have full self-driving supervised available, including a few extras. So it seems like Tesla is getting ready for something big. As soon as they get approval in these countries, we will experience what Elon Musk and Tesla have all said. Slow at first, and then all at once. And people all over the world that experience full self-driving are changing their mind from never wanting a car to be driving for them to wanting this software now. As I said, people's minds are blown, and even the skeptics are convinced. As Antonio wrote on X, my dad has spent years saying, no way I'm getting into a car that drives itself. Maybe in highways, but not here in towns and countrysides. Today, I just showed him this clip from Full Self-Driving Ride-Along in Italy. Watch how it approaches a busy roundabout, cars coming fast from left, zero hesitation, no pointless waiting, no sudden braking, just sliding in perfectly, safely, and way smoother than 99% of human drivers. He watched the 30-second clip in silence, then looked at me and said, okay, what do you think they can offer for my BMW? Yes, Europe's full self-driving is already cooking, no dessert needed. Yes, this is really something I think many people are completely ignoring or completely underestimating. As I still see people saying that legacy automakers will be just fine, but what you have just witnessed with Antonia's dad here is going to be devastating for the legacy automakers and be something the Chinese have to catch up to as well. As we know, BYD CEO didn't believe in full self-driving cars just a couple of years ago, and now in 2025 they are suddenly all in, finally realizing that this is inevitable and Tesla is on the cusp of solving it. And when they do, every other EV, no matter how great they are, no matter if it's a Rivian, a Lucid, a Ford or a BMW or a Xiaomi SU7 with all the great tech, will become obsolete. So many people will have the same reaction as Antonio's dad here. So if they are going to buy a new car, it will probably be a Tesla, as no one else can offer the same software. But not only will Tesla's demand skyrocket and steal market share from the legacy automakers and the Chinese, but at the same time Tesla will launch their Robotaxi fleet with their Cybercab already within the next 6 months or so. That costs Tesla less to produce than what Ford or anyone else can even make a normal EV for. But what this will change in a big way, in my opinion, is that people in cities are not going to want to buy a car anymore. Because in my city of Aarhus, when I was working in the city and many of my colleagues had a car, but they paid something like $150 to $200 just for parking every month in the city. And many of them lived just outside the city, so it was not that their commute was very long, but just long enough that a bike was not convenient, and if they had to drop off kids at kindergartens and school, a bike was also not the great option. So they needed a car, but hated having a car, because there is a lot of stressful traffic getting into the city, and they have to buy parking spaces and insurance and do maintenance on the car, and if it breaks down, well, they have to pay for that as well. But if they could just have a Cybercab or two showing up at their home every morning to get their kids to school and one to get the parents to their work, it would probably not be much more to have this transport as a service, as their parking, maintenance and fuel insurance combined. And they don't have to buy a car no matter the cost of the car, or worry about parking or accidents or breaking down. I think that so many people that feel they are forced to buy a car that lives near or around our big cities will shift to having transport as a service. Much cheaper, much more convenient. There will always be someone it won't work for, but then they can just get a car that can actually drive themselves to the destination while they get some work done or relax or watch a movie or whatever they want to do. So I think the legacy automakers will be hit on two fronts at the same time. Their car will feel obsolete when Tesla have full self-driving supervised all over the place, but at the same time the demand for privately owned cars will drop significantly as Robotaxi takes over more and more of our transport in our big cities. The pie will become smaller for everyone just making nice electric cars. But if you don't offer full self-driving capabilities, the demand for your cars in general will also be dropping pretty fast. So this will be devastating for the old guys and will be rocket fuel for Tesla. And remember, already next year, in the first half of the year, is when Tesla will start volume production of their designated Robotaxi, the Cybercab. And if you think, well, Tesla will never make that Cybercab, well, Joe Takemeyer has just showed us that Tesla is already building gigacasting for the Cybercabs in huge numbers at the Giga Texas factory. As Joe writes, these, along with more rear subframe and front underbody castings, are all along the east side of Giga Texas casting today. This is happening. Cybercab will be coming off the assembly line within about 6 months from now. And Tesla is getting ready to launch Robotaxi service in 11 other countries, not even to mention the rest of the US states. And we are seeing more and more people getting their eyes opened from their test drives of Tesla's full self-driving software. So for Tesla to be pushing this in Europe and the free 30-day trial in the US to the potential 1.5 million Tesla owners that have not bought the software yet could vote very well for the uptake of Tesla's full self-driving software going forward. That being people buying the software outright or just subscribing to the service for $100 a month. This has the potential to bring in some really good profits for Tesla, because if, let's just say, 1 million new or already existing Tesla customers decide to subscribe to Tesla's full self-driving service in 2026, and that will probably be very conservative, as Tesla already have about 8 million vehicles on the road today, and in 2026 they will sell another couple of millions. So to say just only 1 million will subscribe is probably quite conservative with the positive feedback we are seeing all over the world at the moment. But no matter what, just 1 million subscribers will be $100 million in pure profit, recurring profits every single month going forward. So an annual income from just 1 million subscribers will be $1.2 billion in pure profit, something the other robotaxis can't do. Waymo can't earn $1.2 billion from private persons' subscriptions to their software because Waymo doesn't make or sell cars. They are just a robotaxi service. They can only earn money 1 mile at a time. So Tesla's financials can start to look very good on their car business. And then on top of that, if they in 2026 really get to volume deployment of robotaxis around the world in 11 countries and maybe even more, they will also start seeing an income from that side of the business as well, showing Wall Street what is coming, because then we will have proof of concept, and everyone Tesla knows how to scale production, so everyone will then be able to put this into their valuation model and scale production to a couple of millions a year and see the valuation this will create for Tesla. And at the same time, Tesla's take rate on full self-driving software will continue to rise, bringing in more and more recurring profits for Tesla. So when Tesla in another 10 years has, let's say, 30 million vehicles on the road, and the take rate is probably at that point basically 100%, because who don't want this software? So just for fun, that would be $36 billion in pure profits just from full self-driving subscription for 30 million cars on the street. So that is without even counting in the Tesla Robotaxi business at all, or their car sales, or humanoid robots, or energy storage, or anything else, just from subscription from 30 million car owners in 10 years' time. We of course don't know how all of this will play out, but no matter how you look at it, Tesla is setting themselves up for a huge amount of profits coming their way as this software gets released to every corner of the world. Because unlike the system with Waymo or Baidu and so on they're using, Tesla's system can actually drive everywhere on the planet, get to every corner of the planet, whereas Waymo and Baidu have to map the whole planet to do so, which is simply just not feasible. So the conclusion is, when Tesla will get to unsupervised, there is no one else at the moment that will be able to keep up. And Tesla is getting everything ready for this with the Cybercab production, the release of the Robotaxi app to more countries, giving test drives all over the world that are converting skeptics into believers. The tides are truly turning. Everything is lined up, just waiting for the last piece of the puzzle with the software and, of course, the approval as well. But it is coming, and it will feel like it is coming all at once. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.